All right, we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Very good. All right. Hey there, everyone. Hi, how's it going? It's Sadie at allnaturalme.com. Welcome to my live stream. It's Tuesday, it's the day after Christmas, but it's still Tuesday for me. So here I am. I don't have to recover very, very much because I don't overdo it, right? So when you take it easy on yourself and you don't go crazy, then you don't have to have like 3 days to recover from I wouldn't even say a whole day event, right? So I woke up today just ready to go. So today we are going to talk about self-esteem. Look how gorgeous she is. This is a beautiful, I don't know if we're going to focus in or not today. It's a gorgeous flower tile. I know, right? Like I could just see this in a kitchen or something. With the golden orange overtones, the violet. Yes, there are grape leaves. Of course, that's what made me think that it would like belong in the kitchen. Some people do their whole kitchen in grapes. So we're talking about self-esteem. Hey, Weston, how are you? How was your Christmas? We're going to talk about self-esteem. I'm going to tell you a little bit about a Christmas present that I bought myself. It's my first tarot deck, tarot or tarot. I apparently interchange the names back and forth within the same paragraph of speaking. I don't know, however it wants to come out. Tarot, it's fine with me. Then we're going to pull ourselves a friend. I'll show you some of the rocks that my husband bought me. Maybe you can help me identify them. I'm going to read to you something out from the songs of the Arcturians. That'll take us into our soul trees, okay? And it's connected because the very last thing that I read this morning had to do about trees, and I was like, okay, you're coming with me to my broadcast, and then we're going to finish up with our tango. So anyways, let me know how you're doing. Did you enjoy Christmas or not? And if you don't celebrate, good for you. Good for you. For Christmas, I got Skylanders Imaginators. Is that a movie? It sounds fun. Sounds fun, whatever it is. Is that an invitation to Sky School? Then I'm jealous. So anyways, you guys, I had a really nice holiday. I stayed home. I didn't travel. I just stayed with my little family. We had ourselves a breakfast and Christmas, and by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all the kids were bored. So that's reality for you. I got some amazing gifts. I did like a little Christmas haul video just for fun. Really sweet stuff. This book is definitely the one that I have not put down yet. I already read half of it. And I believe that my husband went ahead and ordered me the other 3 books in the series. This is the Songs of the Arcturians, and they have Eagles of the New Dawn, Songs of Malantor, and Arcturian Songs of the Masters of Light. So, talk about like right up my alley. I really like it. So on Twitter, I will be tweeting every once in a while like a quote that I find in that book. So Weston says, it's a video game where toys come to life. That sounds fun, Weston. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We got some video games in here too, but I can't remember any of their names. So I only play My Singing Monsters. That's the only video game that I play. That seems to be enough for me. So self-esteem. This is going to go under shadow work. So if you don't have enough self-esteem, of course, this is your invitation to do some of the clearing work that is blocking you from having a good self-esteem. If you've started to reestablish your self-esteem, then your work is going to be to build on it and to grow and to allow yourself more of it. I love the quote on the front of this card. It says, I possess gifts, perfect for day after Christmas. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So doesn't this just go along with perfectly, like I am opening myself to understanding the wisdom that resides in me, the gifts that are inherently mine for my highest good and the highest good of others. Weston, that sounds amazing. You should be streaming. So I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and other people. So this is like a whole different take on self-esteem. This is like, hey, I don't just love myself because my hair is amazing. I love myself because of the gifts that I am able to offer to other people and myself. So I really like this take on it. So I'm going to read straight from the book. This is from James Van Praagh, The Soul's Journey. We're well over halfway with these lesson cards. There's 44 of them, you guys. So when I'm all done with these shadow clearing work, I'm going to make a playlist, right? It'll be like 50 hours long. But they're going to take on a different vibe now, you guys. Like, it's not going to seem like such drudgery anymore. I organize them or plan them in accordance to us ascending up the emotional scale. So today we're doing self-esteem. Thursday we're going to do success. And then next week we have 2 other ones that are planned. But anyways, they're going to get like more and more easy. For people who have said they didn't really like the shadow clearing work that we've been doing. Let's see. Next week will be pride and humor. See, it's getting really fun. Pride and humor, then happiness and imagination. So by the end of these 44, which we are on 32, we're on the 32nd one. The energy is going to change. It's going to be building more on your assets and your gifts and less on what's wrong with you. But if there is a block in your self-esteem, let's clear it. Your intentions are powerful enough to just be the way of doing that. You don't need probably therapy. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just set some intentions. Like, it is my intentions to now allow myself to understand the gifts that I possess for the highest good of myself and others. So it is easy to perceive others as being better than you. It's easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. Okay, when you look at somebody and you're like, oh, they're better than me, that's an ego trap. Okay, right then and there, you have to know that's a trap of the ego. Much love, Mr. Snipes, God mode. So there is no one greater or lesser than you. Okay, this takes us back to that natural humility that keeps coming up in our conversations. We're all on an equal playing field. Okay, whether it's an ascended master, an angel, a human, we are all equals. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. So no one's better than you, no one's less than you, but there are only differences in who knows how to allow their gifts and reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with unique abilities of the soul, and just like snowflakes, no two are ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back this time to put your stamp on it. So you've incarnated on purpose. You're here for a reason. This is what we talked about last week with the health episode. Like, you came here with a reason, on purpose, to accomplish things, to feel things. And that's what was health. That is what health was all about. Like, when you don't take care of your vessel, you're unable to do it, right? So you want to put your stamp, your perspective on what's happening in the world. You're getting the hang of this, yes. So perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self. Okay, so maybe you're not aware of your gifts right now. You're not in tune with that part of you that is so gifted. So why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities that you possess? Make a list of 10 things that you love and hold in highest regard. So if you're not aware of your gifts, let's start making some lists. Lists, not lisps. Sadie, come on. Let's start making some lists of some stuff that you love about yourself. Some abilities that you possess and that you enjoy. It is not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how special you are. Really, you guys, this is a perfect day after Christmas message. Like, you are a gift. You are a gift, really. Remember that you did not come down to this schoolroom by accident. You want to be here. You wanted to be on Earth School. You have meaning and you have a reason for being. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insights. Now is the time to celebrate you. So this is the perfect day after Christmas, being reminded that we are the gift. We have incredible gifts. We have incredible insights. And now is the time to celebrate you. So get out your pens and papers and write a list today of 10 things and about yourself or abilities that you have that you love and you hold in high regard. Okay? Hey, Katie Moore. We're talking about self-esteem today and really amping up that self-love. Understanding that we possess gifts of the soul that do benefit ourselves, but also others, right? For the highest good of me and the highest good of the all. That's what it's all about. So how was your Christmas, Mama? Tell us in the chat. So I am so excited, one, that this kind of worked out. Like, remember, these days got bumped back for whatever reason, and it's really funny to me that self-esteem landed now on the day after Christmas, and the affirmation is, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So that's kind of cute. And you know what else is kind of cute, you guys? When I made my thumbnail for the broadcast, I was like trying to upload it to YouTube and I couldn't find it, and I was like, come on, I named it self-esteem, right? Like, nothing under S's. I could find no self-esteem thumbnail. And so I look up, like, trying just to recognize it by visual, and no kidding, I did not put the S down, so I named my thumbnail Elf Esteem. Elf Esteem. Like, okay, universe, you're freaking hilarious. Thank you. Thank you for another laugh. So I thought that was funny. I do have the holiday spirit cheerfully surging through my veins still. Absolutely. So Katie says, I definitely need this today because yesterday at the end of the day, I was so over it. I wanted to punch him in the face and cry a lot. Okay, so thank you for being here. Good. I'm not joking. I'm glad you're here. So you were pushed to your limits yesterday with a good indicator. Let's call that a good indicator of where you're at with your healing work, right? Where you're at with still harboring resentment, and what needs to be addressed now. So I had to laugh, you guys. So because we're all being honest about where we're at now, I'll come back. I'm going to come back to self-esteem. My confession is going to be about self-esteem. So I ordered myself a gift. Let me walk in a circle here first. I ordered myself a gift to myself, pre-ordered. I've been waiting forever. But like they promised, I got my patch tarot before the holidays. So you guys, isn't that cool? I said I'd never order a tarot deck, and I did. Why? Because if you watch my unboxing, this is like an expanded, evolutionized tarot. These guys have done their research. They're thinkers. They're creative beings, and they put together an amazing deck. So I did the unboxing. I sent love to them, of course, like I always do, right? I unbox. I definitely let the people know who I did. They liked it. They commented on it. And then they followed me on Twitter. They have thousands of followers. They followed me, and I was like, and you know how I love numbers, number 117 that they've ever followed. So I enjoy it for like a split second before my self-esteem ego chimes in and says, enjoy it while it lasts. So this sabotaging ego jumped in, and it's hilarious because I asked for it, right? My intentions this year were to have anything that needs cleared within me to surface. Like, that's my 2017, and it's going to trickle into 2018 because couldn't keep up with myself. But if there's something that I need to clear or I need to improve upon, right, I asked for it, let me know. And it let me know, right? So it's just kind of funny that it all ties into what we're working on. But when we fall into that ego trap that we're not good enough for somebody, right? Like, oh, I'm so flattered. But then my ego's like, well, enjoy it while it lasts because you're a goofball and, you know, they'll figure that out and then they'll unfollow you. Hey, whatever. But it goes along with what we're talking about today. So that's my confession. I give it to you with a little bit of how was my Christmas? Good. I was saying at the beginning of my broadcast, here I am. It's a regular Tuesday for me. I just get back on track from holiday stuff because I don't take myself out with holiday stuff. I don't overdo it. I don't do anything I don't want to do. Like, I make sure it's an enjoyable day for myself. And so the next day, I don't have to recover. I'm just on track. So I learned that the hard way, of course, but the older I get, the wiser I be. And now, like, I do all my prep work before, and I know how to say no. Oh, I know how to say no. And so it was a really nice day at home. It really was. Thank you so much for asking. So Christmas was good for you. The kids love their gifts. Oh, and they probably got like an insane amount. I know my kids got a disgusting amount of stuff. Yesterday you were so over it. Yes. Well, today's a new day. Inhale, exhale. I know. You just have to let it go. So you guys, I'm not sure how I'm gonna like work this in like as a tarot thing because you know, like doing like a spread that seems like a lot, but I thought, you know what, they're my rules and I'll do what I want in my broadcast. So I think we'll just pull a card. Elizabeth Cookies, how are you? Steph, I love you. Happy holidays. I said I'd never do it, but I got a tarot deck. So I'm just gonna treat it like any other deck, and we're gonna pull a card, and then I'm gonna actually show you. My only complaint with this deck is that I'm an old lady. My only complaint with this deck is that I old lady. And the font in the book is way tiny. So this is what a nerd I am. I had this journal that I'd been saving for years. Like, it has handmade paper and stuff. So I'm actually just gonna rewrite the book in here. I know I'm such a nerd. But this will help me get to know the cards, you guys. And it'll be a larger print. So like I've done the Fool. I am so good, Steph, and I'm glad you're doing great. Did you get anything fun for Christmas that you want to tell us about? Any new paint? So, and then I'm just gonna write all 82 or however many, like the Magician. So then I can just use this, and I wrote the names, but it's gonna take me a little while. Keep me busy. Sadie needs stuff to do. So that's gonna be my Patch Tarot guidebook, because this thing makes me feel like an old woman. I still love it though. All right, so with that said, let's pull a Patch Tarot, just a 1 card pull. Hey, I don't care if you're tarot or not, we're gonna treat you like an oracle deck. Isn't it gorgeous though? So please watch my unboxing video. to see the cards. They're cool. And on their website, the Spirit Science website, Spirit Science Central, I believe, they have all their cards listed if you ever wanted to take a look. Whew, it's hot in here now. Here we go. I did call on all of the archangels before my broadcast. I had a really great realization with them, you guys. I can tell you about that. Okay, so we're just going to pull one card from Patch. Sort of just kick off the broadcast here. Woo! He says one. He says only one, but how about two? Damn you. So, we got the Fortune card and Transition. Are you kidding me? We pulled the Death card. Wheel of Flow and Death. My husband is going to be so jealous. He always wants the Death card. Well, I pretty much got what I wanted ahead of time. Haha, like my tablet. Good for you. This was my gift to myself. So we got Wheel of Flow, which is the Fortune card. Wheel of Flow, and it also came out with the Transition card, which is Death. Isn't the artwork kicking? My husband's gonna be so jealous, so I pulled the Death card without him. So yeah, and this one too is gorgeous, incredible. Jupiter and Scorpio energy coming through with these cards. Really now, come on. Sometimes my camera is cool, and then other times it's like, you don't pay me. I don't know. But this is gorgeous. There we go. It's really fun. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Passion and Strength. So we might have some transitions coming up, right? Perhaps an ending to something. But do not worry, because good fortune is with us as long as we continue to go with the flow, okay? That is going to take strength on our part, for sure. But when we learn to go with the flow of life and we stop labeling things as good and bad, we stop judging, we stop getting caught up in the drama, right? Because the drama slows us down. And then we don't go with the flow. Then we stay too long in drama. Then we start to hate our life. Then we start to hate ourselves. Then we start to have no self-esteem. Then we stop sharing our gifts with others. So whatever comes up in your new year, this is a new year forecast, whatever comes up in your new year, remember to go with the flow and allow things to end that need to end. Death is an ally, okay? We have many deaths within our life. We let things go that are not serving us. So allow yourself to transition gracefully and maintain that beautiful flow within your life. Okay, that's what I got from it. I'd consult the book, but I can't read it. So anyways, you guys, I love this deck so much. I just thought that would be fun to pull a card and see what came out with us. So a lot of changes, a lot of transitions. Like, think about it. It doesn't have to be negative when we talk about the ending of something. Like, I can now end, I'm just using this as an example, a streak of low self-esteem, right? So maybe you've always had low self-esteem in your life. Well, why not let that go, right? Transition, use the strength that was on the bottom of the deck to gently transition into something that's going to serve you. So the Death card is our ally. Definitely when we look at it as transitioning and letting go of things that don't serve us, okay? It's time to transition into more flow. So yes, yeah, I know it goes with the messages that we've been getting. So I am going to learn how to do a tarot spread, and maybe I'll do a video of that someday. So before I move on to our wisdom keeper for the day, we are going to pull ourselves a friend. My husband got me these rocks, but he didn't tell me what they were. So this one looks like gravel. I don't know if that'll focus or not. This one looks like gravel with turquoise flecks. So I don't know if this is like real turquoise. Come on. He got me 3 rocks that I'm going to have to... So there's actually like these crystally flecks of turquoise, aqua, glass in this rock. And then this one might be a labradorite, and I think this one's like either a green adventurine or some type of jade. But anyways, I love my husband dearly. I said, oh my gosh, what is it? And he's like, rocks. So he ordered me things, but didn't really like tell me what they were. But really cool, you guys. They'll just throw them in over here. They can go with all the other rocks that I don't know what they are. Whew, so yeah, definitely beautiful. Katie says, today I got Archangel Michael for the first time and the Keepers of the Light. Good. I'm so glad. Good, that's fun. Oh, so that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. So reading this book of the Songs of the Arcturians, it said in that book, like if you want to connect with like more galactic energy, the first step is to connect with the angels. So I really felt like really humored by that, because at first I didn't resist the angels, but I was like, why are they up in my business like every time I turn around? And like my husband's buying me archangel decks, like he's being inspired to like connect me with them. He bought me their sigils on stones. That was another gift that I got this year. So I didn't ask for this. He just was inspired to do this for me. Like he got me Archangel Michael sigil on this candle holder. Right? So I feel their importance. I feel their energy. But today it really clicked in like why it's so important for me to connect more with them. Because I was trying to skip over them and just go galactic. But really, it will behoove me and benefit me to keep connecting with the angels. I don't know. It was like this personal realization, like, oh my goodness. That is why I did not have to work very hard to like attract all this angel stuff, right? Like I didn't have to go buy myself any of this angel stuff. Like it found me through my husband, who claims to not be spiritual. However, he's quite the conduit to their suggestions, right? Like he might make fun of everything that I do or believe, but he has been very supportive without realizing it. So our friend today is number 41. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, she's beautiful. Anticipation. Anticipation, number 41. I think she's me. She is me. I'm going to be her. I'm going to be her when I read her story. So I love that she has a little bird on her chin. She's got a lot of animals and eyes and Egyptian ankh and spirals and a lot of symbology. I will take a picture and put this on allnaturalme.com with the replay for you to take a closer look. And feel free to visit and put a comment down. Tell me that you were there, like the post. Number 41. Hey Sadie, Christmas is over. Put your wish list away. All right. She's gorgeous. I know. She is beautiful. So she's going to teach us about the gift of anticipation. And the shadow is going to be fantasy. So that's interesting. The Siddhi is emanation. So I don't know what this word is, you guys. I think that maybe they have I find all of their spelling and grammar mistakes I think they wanted to write genius, but they didn't put the N in because it's Geius. It would make sense if that was genius, because the sentence would read, genius manifests while non-genius dreams. So once again, hey, if anyone is ever writing something, a book, a pamphlet, please let me proofread, because I am very good at finding mistakes. Like, I find mistakes in all of these things, all of my books, all of my cards. I found all their mistakes. So really, from now on, Oracle card creators, please let me proofread for you. Yeah, I'm sure they just made a mistake. Genius manifests while non-genius dreams. Which makes sense, right? The non-genius never gets out of the dreaming state. Genius manifests. So here's the story. I just jump into character stuff. So now I am her. I grew up in an impoverished and drought-stricken village. My parents owned a small farm and were able to provide the villagers eggs, milk, and a listening ear. As a young child, I heard countless stories of people living lives of quiet desperation. While most young girls dreamed of marrying and having children, I closed my eyes and imagined myself a priestess of the great temple, laying my hands upon the sick, using my psychic abilities to reunite people with their destinies and bringing fertility back to the land. But then I opened my dreamy eyes and felt overcome with heaviness. For years, I tried to fill my mind with visions of glorious future in order to keep the pain of the world away. I drove myself relentlessly with my unrealistic fantasies, reading every book I could find on healing modalities and sacred plants. I even sneaked into a forbidden library to learn about ancient ceremonies where initiates entered sacred bridal chambers and left their bodies to return again awake. While my sisters became wives and mothers, I became a hyperactive bundle of nerves. I disregarded my body's signs of fatigue and I pushed on until I could barely eat, much less study. I lost my strength as well as my faith in the impossible and isolated path I'd chosen. To make things even worse, my mother fell ill from having cared for me for so long. One day, to our family's shock, a priestess from the great temple knocked on our door. She was a magnificent, radiant being who was told during a meditation to travel to our home on foot. She floated her hand above my mother's chest, and I watched in awe as the spark in my mother's eyes returned. In that moment, it dawned on me that in all the years I had spent filling my mind with knowledge, I had never dared to apply it. I was too terrified to try and to fail. A wave of shame came over me as I realized how powerless I was to help my own mother.
You okay? You sound pretty sad.
Interrupting teenager passing through. As if she could hear me think, The priestess pierced into my eyes and soul and said, "Dear child, you cannot do this work with your mind, nor can you do this alone." Then she took my hand and said, "I came for your mother, but I also came for you." That day marked the beginning of my true apprenticeship and life's work. So my gift to you. I come when it is time for a new experience. A new world or life chapter is beckoning you. Every cell in your body is intricately linked, just as every impulse within you is communicating to the whole of creation. If you listen carefully, you can anticipate what is coming, as well as what is truly needed. You hold the key to your dreams in your own hand, and it is your responsibility to turn that key. But remember, you are not here to manifest your dreams on your own. Allow others to participate and take one small step at a time. Pace yourself. Ask for help. Rest when you need it. Don't overdo or underdo. Do not expect things to turn out exactly as you imagine. Then embrace the thrill of anticipation. Wow, you guys. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Aiden. Go back upstairs.
Hey, what you guys think about getting that?
This is incredible. So for years and years, all she did was learn. But because of her low self-esteem, I'm just going to work that in there, she never actually applied anything. She never actually took the knowledge that she had read in books and actually tried it out on her family, on her community, right? So she had to have this great realization, this dawning that she needed. That even though she had filled up her mind with knowledge, she never dared to apply it because she was afraid to fail. So allow that to be a lesson for all of us who are uncovering our gifts, right? Don't be afraid to try them out. Don't allow that ego trap that convinces you that it's not okay to fail, right? It's just trial and error. So definitely take one small step at a time. I love this. Ask for help. Right? You have the key. You're given a key, but it's your responsibility to turn it. So here's her 5 contemplation questions. You guys ready? How was your Christmas, Ryan? Tell us in the chat. So where in your life do you tend to feel too full or too empty? Do you tend to go back and forth between the two? Okay, so this is a question about balance, right? Where are you doing too much? Where are you not having enough? Too full, too empty? Do you flip-flop back and forth? Okay, these are just for you to contemplate. Yes. Do you fantasize a lot, but have difficulty making things happen? There's bread on the counter.
I already took it.
Chocolate chip? That one? So are you fantasizing about something but not actually putting it into action? Katie says, so crazy, we are getting this message. I got a message last night to rest and this morning to be alone. Hopefully my phone will stop messing up so I can upload it to your website. Oh my gosh, yes, allnaturalme.com. Katie, I love ya. Yes, make sure you don't have to update the app or use the browser. Sometimes that Patreon app, I just go straight to the web browser on my phone too, to do any uploading. But yeah, my phone's been like, the battery has been shot since the last update. So thanks, Apple. You guys ready for another question? Oh, and by the way, I do fantasize a lot. Absolutely. Like when you fantasize like 2 seconds ahead. Okay, here's an example. I was at Perkins Saturday, and Santa Claus was there, and some of the waitresses were getting pictures with Santa, and I was like, maybe I should do that. That looks fun, right? So I even grabbed my phone, opened up the camera, but I hesitated too long, and I didn't get my picture with Santa. It's like confession after confession with me today. Ugh. So if you dwell too long in the fantasy, right, and don't act on it, you're going to be disappointed. Are you so driven to manifest your dreams that you burn out? That's a good question for contemplation. Here's a suggestion. Track your thoughts in your journal today. How much time did you spend obsessing about the future? Or how much time did you spend rehashing the past? Okay, fantasy can be future things or things that happen that you like, okay, like you had like a crazy day yesterday, and maybe you just like rehash it in your mind again and again and again today. So just be aware of this, because this can throw you off your balance. Oh, I don't know, Katie. Yeah. So we have to stop fantasizing. We need to start manifesting. So that's why it said that genius manifests while non-genius dreams. So last one, share a dream with someone that you trust, like the YouTube chat. Let them in. Let them influence the shape and direction of your dream. So I like that. I like that a lot, because it's saying like, please don't feel like you have to do this alone, right? So let somebody else in. Let them help co-create with you. Let them help shape your dream or help bring it into some fruition. So I like her message, you guys. This is a good friend. This is a great friend. And then she did get to manifest her dreams. Really? She got to stop just learning in books, right? Because you can only read about herbs for so long before you actually need to work with the plant. You need to have the plant in hand and be around the plants outside. So you can only read about healing, putting your hands on people for so long until you actually need to put your hands on somebody, right? So I love her message so much, because I'm like such a nerd. I'm happy, just reading about things sometimes, but now is not the time to just keep reading about things. Like, we are being called to step up and to share our gifts that will benefit others. So it is time for action. Absolutely. So, very good. Now this kind of goes back then to our death card, doesn't it? Did anybody catch that? Like, our ending could be this fantasizing. Hold on, I want these cards out now. Right? We need to transition out of the fantasy and into the manifestation of our dreams. So I do love that. Right? And what's going to help us do that? Our strength and passion. That's going to help us, as well as just being in the flow. Right? Being in the flow. That's also the fortune card. So as my ears are ringing as I say that, a lot of us a lot of people are not, I don't want to say us because I do like what I do. A lot of people are not enjoying their work right now. And a good message, a good reminder is that you need to be following your passion and doing something that you enjoy. That's your work. That's your purpose. Trust me, you'll enjoy your purpose, right? Your purpose is meant to be enjoyed and something that comes easy to you. Yes. Okay, Sadie, LOL, geez, I get it. I do both. My mind starts thinking way too much, and then I get aggravated with all of my thoughts, and I should have said this or that. Oh, yeah. And then you think about the future. Yes. So we're just being put in check today. Lovingly being checked up against the wall. Right? Sometimes the cards do that. So you guys, I just want to read two paragraphs out of the songs of the Arcturians. This is an incredibly delightful book. I'm gonna get the whole set. I don't know. My husband's being super sweetheart this week. He's gonna get me the whole set, and I'm gonna read them. And then we'll pull a tree card, because the part that I felt inspired to read to you is about trees. And this is so funny how this is coming together here. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so what is self-esteem wanting us to talk about today? Our gifts, okay? Right? Katie, what have you been told? What have you been expecting, right? The unrevealing, like the revealing of your gifts, the discovery of your inner gifts, right? Now what Pamela is always saying, right? You're going to learn your gifts. That's what everyone's saying. You're going to discover all your gifts. So, this part that I want to read to you starts out, okay, so I've been reading along, and it says, we entreat you to consider the magnitude of the message in this document. May the words provide you with a greater insight into the ways of the universe. Now pay attention. If it so pleases you, strive to unlock your mind's latent talents, right? So we got a key to unlock our mind, but it's up to us to turn it. Okay. See yourself becoming as tall as the tallest tree. See yourself becoming as tall as the tallest tree. Stretch yourself equal with the highest mighty branches of this sturdy giant. Observe how very tall you have grown. Begin to fill all of the cells of this firmly standing person to the brim with emanations of peace, until you have ingested its components into all the delicate recesses of your being. So see yourself growing tall as the tallest tree with your branches outstretched, and start filling every part of you, every crevice, every crack. Fill it with peace until you have ingested its components into all the delicate resources of your being. Recesses. I yell at my dogs. So expand and deepen the exquisite intricacies of this visionary creation. So they are encouraging us to fill ourselves to overflowing with the essence of love. A love so vast that it encompasses your concept of Earth and all her creatures in entirety. So from time to time, refer to this image of you being as tall as a tree, as broad as a mighty, sturdy, standing one, full of love and peace, just emanating from you, okay? Refer to this image. Strive to incorporate and project your heightening awareness of love in such a way that it manifests its products in all aspects of your life, and all that you think, and all that you say, and all that you do. The act of intention alone is enough to trigger energies of peace and love, which will set the course of your life's journey upon a road that leads to the stars. So I hope you got that. It was kind of a lot. But basically what it's saying is that you need to start filling yourself with enough love that it makes your energetic body grow big. Okay? I've been telling you guys for a long time now that if you're hanging out with me, we do have a similar purpose, and one of those purposes and missions is to anchor love and light on this earth into Gaia and to spread it out to her inhabitants. That's people, that's animals, that's plants, that's crystals, okay? So basically, along with the Christmas message, it's time to start embodying this Christed light and this love. All there is love. So we want to be it. We want it to fill us to the point that everything we think and say and do is with and from love, right? And that in itself will really remedy a lot of the little things that we've been talking about today. The little ego grievances, low self-esteem can easily be remedied, and remedied with love and replaced with love. And that's truly what our hearts want. Yeah, it's a sweet message. And so, of course, today that really resonated with me because another gift from the husband from Christmas was this oracle deck called Soul Trees. I also did an unboxing video about this. It's really cool, you guys. I love that it's just a one simple word card deck because I didn't really have that. I almost got that with that one that I won with the giveaway, the Sacred Stones, but then the guidebook is so far out, it wasn't as simple as I thought. This really is just simple. It just has relatable words and you kind of get your own meaning from it. So I thought we'd pull a soul tree to go along this little journey that we have going on here with our self-esteem, this anticipation friend that has come through that really has touched a lot of us personally. We're like really able to relate to her, right? Especially when it comes with like finding our purpose, right, in life, where we're all at. Yeah, it's really sweet. It's trees on trees on trees on trees. They're all trees. What's not to love? Yeah.
Remember when you were saying that Dad was gonna take the cardboard down? Right? Like when he left the frame and after cardboard's on the porch, new cardboard.
Oh, that big piece. He didn't take that huge piece on the porch?
More.
Oh, okay. All right. I love you, Bear. Okay, here we go. So let's pull a tree. I know, so sweet. So, here we go. Let's just see what it has to say. And Katie, now that you're aware, I mean, when you become aware of your thoughts, make sure you hear that message that it's really just the power of your intention now. If you want to get away from fantasizing of the past and the future, make intentions to do so. It worked for me. It didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight, okay? But eventually I did get a grip on my thought process. So soul trees, let's give us a sweet tree or two just to see where we're at today. Surrender. This one's probably never going to leave me alone. This is probably my tree. Surrender. So this is actually beautiful, perfect advice to just continue on with what I was saying to Katie. Kind of surrender to those thoughts at first, right? They're coming in. Just surrender to the fact that they're there. Let them swirl around a bit. Let them flow out of your head, right? It's only when you think about them, grab hold of them, do you keep them in there longer. So thoughts come in, thoughts go out. You kind of just have to surrender to where you're at and allow things to be where they are. Okay, now we're back on track. On the bottom is passion. So This is the second passion card that we pulled. Okay, so 2 passion cards in this broadcast. So it is that important, you guys, to really be focused and following our passion at this time. That's going to clue us in to our soul purpose, which will ultimately make us love our lives and appreciate ourselves. And then we're going to have that self-esteem stuff in the bag. Right? Is that too simple? So yeah, surrender. Maybe somebody needs a message like to surrender to the passion. You've been sort of resisting, admitting what really fuels you, what really fires your soul. Because why? Because of maybe judgment from society, or, oh, that's not practical, that's not logical, that's not intellectual. Here's the thing, people. Whatever excites you and makes you feel passion is what you're supposed to be doing. To hell with society and these ridiculous expectation that they've just imposed upon everybody. We're going to get back to creating a new earth, right? And so we need artists, we need dancers, we need people who are emotionally connected, right? We need people who have the strength to walk a different path, right? To go against the grain, to follow their own dream, right? So passion, it's just so important today. I loved all the messages that we got today. Just to recap, we started off with self-esteem and our gifts to ourselves and to others. We pulled ourselves some tarot cards, which we got the Wheel of Flow and Fortune, right? Several of these cards have the Egyptian Ankh. And the Egyptian Eye. I just want to let you know that that imagery is strong throughout. Our friend came through talking to us about fantasies and how, just like the Death card, it's time to help ourselves transition out of this life only lived in imagination and start putting it into action, right? Start putting it into the physical. Don't just read about how to heal people. Actually allow yourself to intermingle in society and put your hands on people, right? If that's one of your gifts. Yeah, so oh snap, surrender. And then oh snap, we got 2 different passion cards. So that is really, really cool, you guys. So I've just really loved it. Wow. I love how they all kind of work together, and they're all beautiful, and it's encouraging to me to stay on my path of doing what delights me, and that's how I'm going to be able to best help myself and others and the highest good of the all. So, can you believe it? We're at the end of our broadcast, our tango, but I will be back Thursday. What did I say we're going to talk about? Oh yeah, success. Finally, we're going to learn the secrets to success. I hope. But it's really funny that when I put these cards together, I put self-esteem right before success, because this really could be what tips the scales in your favor to get you to the point of feeling successful and manifesting success in your life. You do have to believe that you're worth it, right? That you deserve it, that inherently it should be yours. So self-esteem is the logical step right before success. A lot of people just might not be getting that feeling of success in their life, and it's rooted in a low self-esteem. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Steph. I loved having you. Like, really, I love you. All of you, thank you so very much. Okay, so now these are intention cards from Melody Beatty, The Language of Letting Go. So every broadcast, and we're almost worked our way through the deck. I just wanted to sometimes I do that. We're going to read every single card together. I don't want you to miss out. We'll read them all together. So every broadcast, she encourages us to let go of something that's not serving us, right? An affirmation. Sometimes it's something that we can do more of, right? She's a good girl. She's a good girl, that Melody. Whoa. And today, she wants us to trust God. She's a good girl. So today, I will ask my higher power to send me his best. And I will trust that all that is good will come to me. Don't worry, I reread these. I will remember that sometimes we don't get what we want because God has something infinitely better in store for us. So if you didn't get what you wanted for Christmas yesterday, it's because there's something even better. There's something even better on its way to you. So that is part of surrendering, right? I thought that I knew what I wanted, but I didn't actually get what I wanted. So now I just really need to surrender and trust that, prime source creator, all that is God, has my best interests in mind and really does have something infinitely greater lined up for me. But I need to trust. I need to surrender. I need to have the strength to do that. So I'm going to ask Source, God, Prime Creator, all that is God, to send me her best. And I will trust that all that is good will come to me, right? I'm going to just have this divine, delightful anticipation, just kind of expecting the best, right? Excited. I'm not being impatient. It's a beautiful, fun anticipation. Just sort of waiting for divine timing, knowing that something infinitely better is on its way to me. So a message of trust. I love that. Oh, I love that. Absolutely. So to end with joy and not too much sorrow today, you guys. Mostly joy today. Sometimes we come together and we've got a little bit of both. We double the joy and we half the sorrow, right? We try to just divide that sorrow as we share it with each other. We were encouraged today, I just want to remind you, with our friend Anticipation, to get together with someone that you trust and share your dreams, share your passion, right? And allow them to co-create with you. Okay, so I do love that. We don't need to be hermits any longer. Okay, no more hiding. It's time to come out, shine your light for all to see. Okay, so here we go. Joy and sorrow. I'm just spitting out anything that comes in my mind at this point. I love it. All right, that's it. Okay, here we go. I saw orange twice. I'm just pretending to shuffle. This is our card. Oh, very interesting. It is Nourish. The card is Nourish. And if she would focus in, you will see a lovely woman. She has a basket on her head, perhaps bread. She's got a beautiful dress on with flowers that kind of remind me of forget-me-nots, but she has other flowers over here and flowers in the vase and in the vase and vines growing here. Oh, and there's the chameleon, and she's in an arch. So what does that arch mean? Transition. Okay, so that will be the second transition message that we have coming through then in this broadcast. We also have a image of the goddess, and I'll take a picture of this so you can see it on allnaturalme.com. In this little window back there, There is like this curvy little goddess statue. That's sweet. And the chameleon. So nourish. You might feel like you need to nourish your body if you really junked out yesterday. The scent of fresh bread that has just been baked fills the air. Candlelight adds a warm glow and healing energy to the room. A tangled vine offers future growth, while the moon contributes feminine energy. Oh, I didn't even catch the moon back there. So some feminine energy. A lizard perches above an archway, watching a woman carrying a basket of fresh buns on her head through the doorway. Her feet are bare. The tile floor grounds her. She is in balance and self-secure. She is in balance and self-secure. She encourages nourishing of the self through good, wholesome food by sharing a bounty with others. Radiating love and support, she invites you into her warm abode, decorated with lovely pottery and tropical flowers. This is a place designed to nourish your spirit and heal body, mind, and broken heart. She knows that sharing food brings opportunities to share joys and sorrows. So the message is to accept the invitation and come inside. So some more guidance from Nourish. Isn't this amazing, you guys? She is balanced and self-secure. So we started our broadcast with opening the conversation for self-esteem, and my cards today are wrapping it up with a woman who is balanced and self-secure. So isn't that, if you got an issue with the word esteem, right? Let's turn our low self-esteem into a balanced, self-secure vibration. Yes. So Nourish guides you to entertain through food. Sharing food is the best way to get to know people and gain new culinary experiences at the same time. So if you're not too maxed out from yesterday, invite people of different backgrounds to bring some of their traditional food in like a potluck party. Coming together over food nourishes your spirit. At the same time, it nourishes your body. So just another invitation, you guys, to keep coming together in your families, in your communities, make new friends, get together, share energy that is real, and share energy that is healing, and nourish your physical bodies, your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies as well together. Yeah. So Steph is saying, yeah, food with a big old heart. God bless everyone in here, says Ryan. Thank you so much. Katie, thank you so much for joining me. Wow, you guys, I really enjoyed these card pulls. It's they're all very hopeful, and guiding and supportive and nourishing. I love that. So when you follow your passion, you do nourish your soul. Absolutely. So you guys, I love you so much. I'll see you again Thursday. Did you notice I had new necklaces on? These are from my husband. This is a labradorite up top, and then a wire wrapped amethyst. Big hunk of rock. A big hunk of rock right there. I keep hugging the kids, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I just hurt you? So he bought them separately, but they kind of look okay together. So I'm wearing them together. So hi, Jalen. Oh, Best Dunker. You changed your name. How am I ever going to figure that out? All right. Well, Thank you for telling me. Welcome. I'm ending my broadcast now. Katie's not, she doesn't know if she wants to share her food. I feel you. You guys, before I sat down to broadcast, I already have the food that's like, I'm going to go from here and go pick out. I have broccoli, I have dip, olives. Like, before my broadcast even, I was like, I am so excited to eat. So listen to your body, right? I'm just trying to stay warm. It is so cold in Pennsylvania. It's like bitter cold. So listen to your guidance to give your body what it needs, right? Absolutely. So thank you. Yes, they are beautiful rocks. I appreciate all the rocks. I like rocks. I like rocks. Absolutely. Oh man. Dominic, welcome. I'm just getting ready to head out. But thank you so much for peeking in and saying hello. So I will be posting all these photos and the replay on allnaturalme.com, and I would love it if later tonight, it'll take me a while, later tonight you visit and say hello to me there. That would be so fun. So anyways, you guys, stay warm and stay beautiful and stay with love. Okay? Just start letting it flow through your veins, right? Just invite it into your body. Let it infuse your mind. Let it guide your words, and let it just naturally be the essence of who you truly are. So you guys, I love you so, so much. It's Sadie at allnaturalme.com. Come visit me. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so very, very much. So much love to you. See ya.